Ladies and gentlemen, it is time, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the big one. The huge one, guys. A potential title decider this Sunday. It's Barcelona versus Real Madrid. It is first versus second. It is the El Clásico. And I am absolutely buzzing for this one. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar BYT, ladies and gentlemen. And guys, obviously you guys know this has not been a great start to our week. We've been knocked out of the Champions League. It's really unfortunate, We really had a lot of aspirations to win the Champions League this season, but unfortunately it's not been our year. So it is not our year. We now just have to focus on what is left. And what is left is the league title, ladies and gentlemen. We have a potential, guys, to do a domestic treble this season. We've already secured the the Supercopa España. We've already secured the Copa del Rey. And we could potentially secure the fate of La Liga if we beat our opposition this Sunday. And who is our opposition? The same opposition we had in the Copa del Rey final. The same opposition that we had in the Super Cup final. It is Real Madrid. And as you guys know, guys, we've played Real Madrid 3 times this season. And we've beaten them 3 times this season. It's been amazing. But this game, do not get it twisted, it's not going to be easy. Because Real Madrid, they have a huge chip on their shoulder. We could potentially win the league by beating them. There's no way they're going to make it easy for us. But this is going to be the match preview of the game. Let me know what you guys are saying in the comment section below. I'm going to talk to you guys about the lineups, squads coming into this game for both teams, and basically my predictions of what the scoreline and my prediction of the lineup. So if you guys like that, make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's go. Now look, when it comes to Barcelona, obviously we are coming into this tie against Real Madrid with a little bit deflated, after that unfortunate performance in the Champions League where we had it in our hands and we ended up losing it. These guys, they have to now turn up for a big game on Sunday. And obviously if you look at the squad with some of the players that are in the team and the players that are missing, it's still going to be huge. I think both teams have been hit with the injury bug in certain crucial positions. With Barcelona, we've been hit with the injury bug in our fullback positions with both Koundé and Alejandro Balde out. Alejandro Balde looked like he was going to be coming back. It doesn't seem like he's going to be back for this game against Real Madrid. Obviously in the midfield, everything really looks fine. There's not a lot of big injuries recently, except of course the Gavi injury, which happened last weekend against Real Valladolid. And it's still going to be a huge loss because he is a player that has a lot of impact from the bench, not really much of a starter. So it's going to be a huge loss for us. And in the attack, the good news, that's where the good news lies, because Robert Lewandowski made his return in the game against Inter Milan. So it's very obvious, very likely that we could see him start in this game against Real Madrid. And that is honestly what I want to see. I want to see him start. I'm not trying to see Ferran Torres start in this game. But really, apart from that, I would say the only problems that we have in the squad is probably fatigue, because we did play midweek. We played 120 minutes in midweek. And to really make it worse, Real Madrid, who are out of the Champions League, they don't have to worry about midweek games. So they have to basically just wait for whoever, basically, however our game in the midweek goes, and they will have a fully fit and healthy-ish squad as far as the players who are available are concerned. Now, segue into Real Madrid, like I just mentioned, they do have a relatively healthy squad as far as the players who are fit is concerned, because as far as their team is concerned, they are not off the hook when it comes to injuries. They have too many injuries, and unfortunately for them, all their injuries just all in the defense. Mendy is out, Rudiger is out, Alaba, I think he might be out too. Militao has been out for a while. No Carvajal. Basically, I think the only defender that they have fit, if I'm not mistaken, is the youngster, Raul Asensio. That's really unfortunate for them, because to have all those injuries in one position is not really, is not really what you want to see. Obviously with Barca having injuries in fullbacks, we have a little few players who can cover in the fullback positions, but with them, they have multiple injuries in just the defense alone, and that's going to be obviously very, very huge. But as far as their midfield is concerned, Camavinga is also out. That's another big loss for them. We could potentially see some changes. Maybe Ancelotti might decide to potentially play Valverde in the fullback positions potentially, or maybe he might risk it and play Vasquez, because let's be real, every time we played Real Madrid this season, Vasquez has been playing. He's been a liability for them, but we'll see. Maybe he might decide to play Vasquez there, or he might play Valverde there. Now, if he decides to play Valverde there, it potentially that could mean that we could see Luka Modric start this game, because Tchouaméni is going to be the centre-back partner to Raul Asensio. So it's potentially we're going to see Modric start alongside maybe a Ceballos or something like that. That could potentially be the midfield. And obviously Bellingham is in the team, Mbappe, you've got Rodrigo. Arda Güler is one of the players that we definitely need to watch out for, because recently he's been given a lot more opportunities, and he's really, really taking those opportunities. He's been playing quite well, and I think that in this game, especially if you saw what he did in the Copa del Rey final, I think that Ancelotti will potentially, maybe not start him, but he'll potentially give him a lot of minutes, maybe in the start of the second half. And obviously, players like Vinicius, Mbappe, they really have a lot to prove coming into this game. And yeah, man, at the end of the day, their attack looks fine. Their midfield is potentially okay. Their defense is completely dead. But yeah, man, they're going to definitely have to, we're going to see what happens, because they really have a chip on their shoulder coming into this game. They definitely have a chip on their shoulder, right? They've lost to us 3 times. We've taken 2 cups away from them. So this game against us, they are not trying to basically hand us the league title. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see for sure. There is no shadow of a doubt that this game has a lot of fireworks coming into it. Barcelona need to win to basically secure the league, because if we beat Real Madrid, we are only 3 points away from a league title. That's it. And our next game after Real Madrid is Espanyol. So we could potentially do something incredible. We could potentially beat Madrid to the league and basically beat them to basically keep the make sure the title is out of reach, and potentially win the league against our local rivals. So it really fits well for us. But then again, you look at the other side. Real Madrid, like I mentioned, are not going to make it easy for us. Not in the slightest. They're going to make it very, very difficult for Barcelona in this tie, because they're not trying to see us win. They're not trying to give us another trophy. And especially considering we've beaten them 3 times this season. So they're definitely going to turn up. As far as, before I talk about my prediction scoreline, I do want to predict the lineup that I think Hansi Flick might go for in the game against Real Madrid. I'm going to go Szczesny in goal. I'm going to go Ronald Araujo potentially will start in this game alongside Pau Kubashi. And we'll have right back, I want to see Eric Garcia stay in the starting lineup, because he played well in right back in the last game. I want to see Gerard Martin in the game. I want to see in the midfield. Potentially, we're going to see the same midfield. We're going to see De Jong with Pedri and Dani Olmo in the midfield. And we're obviously going to see in the front 3, Yamal on the right, Rafinha on the left, and Robert Lewandowski in the attack. But as far as my prediction, as far as the scoreline is concerned, I'm going to go Barcelona 3, Real Madrid 2. I'm going 3-2 Barcelona. Let's do this, guys. Come on. Let's go out there and let's finish this league title race on Sunday, guys. But tell me what you guys are saying in the comment section below. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and like I always say whenever I end these streams, guys, Visca el Barça, Visca el Catalonia, and peace, you guys. Take care.